I like Plains of Eidolon. I like it a lot, and I think it's important to say that because there is a lot of negativity surrounding it right now. Mainly due to the amount of time you have to invest into it to get good results out of it. I mean, just getting one of the Zos or amplifiers or even one of the operator arcanes can take you hours, days, or even weeks. But that's not everything. Some people think that the addition of mining and fishing, which I personally like, was dumb as well, because they play Warframe to be a space ninja, not to run around and spearfish or mine resources. Same thing goes for the operator combat. Some people just don't want to play as Little Shit Prime and they want to run around with their beefy Warframe. Now, I actually kind of like the new operator system. I don't think I want the operator to be more involved than this. This is about as far as I'm willing to go, but it actually feels nice. Your operator feels somewhat capable in combat. It's not like before Plains of Eidolon, where you would jump out of your Warframe just to do no damage whatsoever and immediately get bitch slapped back in. Even if you don't like the operator system, you gotta admit that they refined it a lot. I mean, switching between your Warframe and your operator feels really nice now, whereas before Plains of Eidolon it felt really awkward. Now you might be thinking to yourself, hold on MC, you're talking out of your ass. Where's this negativity you're talking about? I don't see any negativity. Well, the thing is, it depends heavily where you look. If you go onto YouTube and you watch sort of one of the shallow overviews of the planes, that's like, look at all this stuff you can do in the planes. I have no idea how the majority of it works, but look at all this stuff. Which, and let's be honest here, that's a lot of the paid promotion. They have no idea what they're doing. They're just like, look at all this stuff. And you scroll down, you see people losing their goddamn minds. They're like, oh my god, this is the best thing ever, screw Destiny 2. But if you then watch a more in-depth video that covers one of the features, like for example one of my videos, where I cover the amplifiers or operator arcanes, and you scroll down, people are like, hold on a second, this may not be the best thing ever. What is this? This is so complicated and time-consuming. Videos like that is where you will find the negativity, because that's where people realize that even though it's in a big open area and we have different resources, it's still Warframe and it's grindy, because Warframe is grindy. You start off with the basic stuff and then you grind to get better stuff, to make it easier to get better stuff, to make it easier to get better stuff, until eventually you get all this stuff. That's Warframe in a nutshell right there. And there is nothing wrong with that. That's what I signed up for. I enjoy grinding if it's done well. You know, if you have a good combat system and the act of grinding is fun, I will happily grind for hours and enjoy doing it. I mean, I still play Path of Exile, which is basically just you create a character, you level it up and get it up to endgame, which is maps, and then you do the same thing in a different looking area for hundreds of hours until you either get all the stuff or you get bored and create a new character to do it all over again. And I love it. Because the combat system is good, so even though I'm doing the same thing over and over and over again, it's fun. It's fun to grind the same map over and over and over again because the combat system is good. And the same goes for Warframe. The combat system is so good that I enjoy the grind. I don't mind doing the same thing over and over and over again because I'm having fun while doing it. I think a good way to explain it is that I don't really care what I'm doing, I care about how I'm doing it. Now, I'm not saying that this update was perfect. There are things that I don't like. I think they overshot it with the Focus 2.0 system because of how much grind you have to go through to get it done. And my biggest issue with it is that you get so little focus by playing normally, you are never going to get it done if you're just playing the game. You have to grind for focus for weeks, months, even years to get it done. It creates apathy. People don't care about the focus system. I'm gonna get it done eventually. I don't really care. And that's bad. That's why I don't like it, because people just don't care. They don't hate it, they just don't care, which I think is worse. The Zos are another example, you know, the crafted melee weapons. They look pretty terrible and not worth it whatsoever. I don't think I've seen a single Zo that I would like to build, because they look mediocre at best and they require like 5 times the investment that a normal melee weapon does. Then there is a ton of technical issues. I mean, the party system is still broken. You will randomly lose people when loading into the planes or loading out of the planes or when just running around the planes. Some of the terrorist attacks are desynced if you're playing in a party, and sometimes when you're capturing the terrorist, it will just die instead and you don't get the flawless core. And even though my first play session in the planes, you know, when it was first released 2 weeks ago was really good, the launch was terrible. I mean, I was crashing when catching fish, mining ore, loading into the planes, loading out of the planes, when talking to NPCs, when just shooting or just running around, I would randomly crash all the time. They did fix most, if not all, the crashes by now, but it was really annoying at the start. But even with all that said, I still like the planes, because even though it's just more Warframe in a big open area, it's different enough to keep me interested. There is always something for me to do. I can go out and do a little bit of mining or fishing, or I can go and hunt the Terrorist or hunt Vonvelist or do bounties, or generally just run around and faff about and do random incursions that pop up. Now, the best addition, for me at least, was definitely the Terrorist, and I hope they expand on that and bring in more Eidolons. I really like the way the fight works, using your operator to take down the shields and then using your Warframe to take down the Terrorist. I was worried they would emphasize either the operator or the Warframe too much, but it seems they found a good balance and it feels really good to fight it. So for me at least, the Terrorist is definitely the highlight of the entire update. I also like the way bounties work, in that you have no choice over what kind of bounty you're gonna get. Yes, you can choose the level range of the bounty, but the objectives are random, and that's good, because we all have our favorite mission types that we do more than the other ones, and this way you get a little bit of everything because you have no choice over it, and it's actually kind of nice. It gives you a lot of variety. And the one final thing that I don't like about the planes and I want to talk about is how ammo is handled in the planes. I was so excited to jump in with a sniper rifle because it's a wide open area, so sniper rifles would be fantastic in here, and I really like using sniper rifles, but you run out of ammo in like 5 or 10 minutes and then you either have to use ammo pizzas or go back into Cetus. And that just kills the fun for me. You can't even do a basic bounty without running out of ammo. And I just stopped using sniper rifles because of that. But anyway, the video is getting pretty long, so I'm gonna cut it right here because I could just keep going on and on and on, because I like the planes, I like playing in the planes, and I could talk about the planes for hours. So even though it's not all peachy, for me, Planes of Eidolon was a success. And remember, this is Digital Extremes we're talking about, so the next open area that we're gonna get is gonna be better than this one. And this one is already pretty good. It's crazy that they managed to do this, create the planes and Cetus and the systems within it in a free-to-play game that people can play for free without any restrictions. And they deserve all the praise they're getting, because even though it took like 15 or 20 hotfixes to get it running properly, and there are still some flaws here and there, and some of the systems didn't turn out quite right, it's still amazing that we got all of this for free. And that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about in this video, so I'm really interested to hear what you guys think about the plane, so let me know in the comment section down below. I thank you very much for watching as always, I hope you have enjoyed the video, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.